Hello everyone. Hey, it's been a while that I created any video. Uh, it's been about 6 months or so. I apologize for it. I do had other issues that I had to take care of, and uh, and today is the day I got back, and I'd like to work on more videos if possible. But I'd like to show you something cool that I had seen recently. Thought I'd share with you and see, it might be helpful for you guys. Hopefully, let's see. So the project that I would want to share today is GPT-engineer. Okay, what's GPT-engineer, right? So what it's trying to solve and how it's going to help you on a day-to-day basis. If you're a developer, or if you're an architect, or if you're a designer, or maybe you're just trying to explore something cool and trying to do something different. Maybe you want to showcase some skills to your colleagues or maybe your friends, right? So this is the project that's gonna help you elevate your basic skills, but also help you understand what it really takes to build a project nowadays, right? So I'm just trying to refer to a quick coding example on how easy it is nowadays to generate a project, right? So think of it as a developer, right? If we are asking a developer to, let's say, design a web page, right, or maybe come up with a couple of pages with regards to how you wanted it to look, how you wanted the website to be intuitive, whatever the case might be, right? And it might take a couple of weeks or maybe 3 weeks, depending on the designer or the developer skills and skill set. So which we are trying to eliminate nowadays. I don't want to say completely eliminate, but it's just gonna give you that uh, I would call it as urge to build something new quick and sooner, and then reiterate on top of it rather than trying to build everything from scratch, right? So today I'm talking about a GPT engineer. So this project is more based on a quick analysis or a GitHub repository that I was able to capture, which I tried to use it to have this project leverage or build upon on top of it. But just to give some theory, this project is more leveraging the OpenAI on the back end to generate the necessary information that you're looking for, or you're looking to uh, satisfy, right? Whether you're a project manager, these are your specific requirements, you type it, and then the system, the GPT engineer, is going to do it for you, right? Or maybe you're just a developer, you're trying to get a web page, or maybe you're just a designer trying to see what all the components would look like just from standpoint of an architect, or maybe some design cool projects, whatever that you wanted to accomplish. This project is gonna help you achieve that quicker than later, right? So okay, so quickly, this is, there are a couple of dependencies, right? The first dependency is you need to have a machine that is installed with a code editor if possible, and then Python on top of it, so that this project can be pulled and leveraged. And this is gonna it's very quick install if you are already familiar with Python, and then if you're already familiar with a virtual environment, because virtual environment would help you to containerize the project that you're working on, so that there are no issues with dependencies and whatnot. So in this case, I have already have Python installed, so I'm just checking my Python version. It's 3.9, and I already have a virtual environment installed as well. So I just install with this command python 3m virtualenv, and then the name of the virtual environment that you are looking for. In this case, the virtual environment name is the same as the venv component of it. So in this case, I have already done that, so I'm not going to do that again. So that being said, so I'm just going to activate my virtual environment first. So in this case, I'm just going to do activate. So I'm already in my virtual environment. I can just do a quick pip list to see all the packages. Please keep in mind, I've done a lot of things within this virtual environment, so which is the reason why you are seeing all these packages installed. But typically you'll just see a pip package installed by default if you were to just create a virtual environment, or if you have nothing, especially on your virtual environment. That being said, so it's a quick install. Pip install gpt-engineer. I've already installed, so which is the reason why you had seen those packages. But if I'm going to install it, you basically see its requirement is satisfied. If it's going to be in your case and it's a brand new install, then you'd see the different packages being installed, and you'd see a notification saying that it's okay, successful, right? So that being said, so let's say I've already done a couple of projects here. As you can see here, there are testing project 1, testing project 2. A simple way to do or accomplish is basically use the gpt-engineer and then put in a directory, and you'll have to create a prompt file that will allow you to type in the requirements that you're looking for, and in this case I'm just going to create a new one then. So for example, I'm just going to create a new directory here, testing, let's say testing project 3, and then I'm just going to cd in testing project 3, and then like I said, I'm just going to create a new project prompt here, and then this is where you would just type in your inner requirement. Let's say I wanted to have a web page that is HTML, which would contain a sign in and sign up information. So I'm just gonna quickly write this file, exit out. Now you should be able to see the prompt file, which has this one requirement that I specified just very at the high level, just for you guys to see what it means. So I'm just going to go back here and now type in gpt-engineer and then testing project 3, and this is under this directory is where the prompt file is. So I'm just going to specify this directory. So this gpt-engineer is going to look for the specific prompt file, and it's going to ask you some basic clarification questions back to you, and then give you back the results that that potentially is going to meet your requirement, right? Keep in mind, you'll want to ensure that you have the API key entered, which I'm going to tell you on how to do that in a bit here. So as you can see here, it basically says that no API key is provided, and I can just do that by setting up the export and then open API underscore key, and then prompt here. I'm just going to enter the key here, where exactly you're going to generate this key. This is going to be generated from platform.openai.com. If you don't have an account, please sign up, and then you should be able to, once you're able to sign up, you should be able to generate the API keys under your profile or view API keys. And once you generate the API key, you just want to paste that API key right here. Right now I'm using a Mac OS system, so that's where I'm using the export command. But if you're going to use a Windows machine, you can use a set command, and with the variable openai underscore API underscore key equals to the API key that was generated within the platform.openai.com, right? So in this case, I'll have to generate one, but but I'm not going to generate one since I already had a project which I'm going to showcase. But in this case, you would just want to generate here and then type in, let's say, a value here and then enter. That's where it's going to save. And now, but keep in mind, this is just the dummy variable or the value. But if I'm going to run it now, it's not going to still work because it's a dummy variable, because on the back end it's just leveraging the API key, OpenAI uh, uh, LLM model to you know, extract this information and store this information, ask any questions back to you guys, and then you know, give you back the results. But in this case, I've already executed a project which I'm going to show you. So the simple way to execute is, once you are prompting the requirement, you just enter, and it's going to give you some clarification questions, or you know, ask you some clarification questions about your requirements. You type in the answers, and then that is all, and you press enter. That is all. It's going to generate a bunch of stuff which I'm going to show you right now. So in this case, right, so the way it's gonna work here is, so right now, as you can see, these are the 3 projects. The third project is still not executed. It's just there is only a prompt file. But in the project 2 and project 1, you see there is prompt, memory, and workspace. So it's leveraging the memory, right? Obviously, for any questions that you're asking, or any questions that the GPT engineer is asking you, it needs to store somewhere, and that's where the memory folder is going to be used for. You'll see some logs, you'll see some review, you'll see the workspace. This is where all the information, the results that you're looking for, will be generated and stored. In this case, the first example, I've 2 iterations. I was just using 2 different methodologies. For the first method is using the PHP here. The second method is using the Python here to generate some pages. So that's where I've been using. For example, I'm going to show you this as a page. So for example, as you can see here, you know, it's just a quick simple HTML file in the second project, and the same way you can see some index.html file. So in this case, with all this information, this is not manually typed. Keep in mind, this is all system generated. So you just want to leverage this information, you deploy this code, and then you run it, and you'll have your web application running within few minutes rather than few days or few weeks, right? And of course, you can always improve the code. If you're already a developer, you can always improve the code from this, and then you're all good to go. So that's all for this video. I really appreciate you taking the time and, you know, reviewing this video, and this is really helpful. In case if you have any questions with regards to on how to generate an API key, or how to run this model, in case if you still need any clarification, please feel free to comment back to this video, and I'll be replying back as soon as I can. Thank you so much for your time. You have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. If you're watching this today, tomorrow, and you have a great rest of your day. Take care.